fall asleep in his lawn chair holding the orange on the right hand instead of the left one.
I don't know. When Governor Coppola needs to put his great-grandchildren through college, they might make a part 4. We'll see. But no, I agree with you. I mean, yeah, as much as interested as I am in seeing, Vincent carry on the family business, like I said, Andy Garcia has been in plenty of other films where he does similar ththings. I can watch those. Leave The Godfather as a trilogy, and you don't see that a lot anymore. When you have 3 films and they're successful in various ways, you get a 4th one, right? But they close the book on this one, and that's all for Godfather. Now, there are a lot of spin-off novels. There's like The Godfather Returns, The Godfather's Revenge. People check those out. They're not written by Puzo, obviously, because he's passed away, but some of them are considered official, some of them aren't. So if you need more Godfather beyond these movies, you can check out the novels out there they've actually been written quite recently as well in the last 20 years or so.
Awesome. Chris, thank you so much. I'm so happy we were able to make this work. I'm so happy you're able to join us to talk about all 3. I think that gives us a really unique perspective, especially on a film series like this. So I'm just tickled pink that you were able to join us for all 3. I love it. Thank you so very much for taking the time, because you took vacation time from work to do this.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Like, that's amazing, and I really, really, truly appreciate it. I think we had some great discussions.
It was an offer he couldn't refuse, Brandon.
That is so true.
We had 2 in this podcast, 2 of those.
Yeah, that's so true in many ways. It's an offer I can't refuse to get a day off of work, and an offer I can't refuse to talk about movies I enjoy. So, with people I enjoy talking about them with. How's that?
Where could people find you when you're not quitting your law degree to go sing in Italy?
Bless you, my child. You can find me on Twitter. I am at TrekFanLV, the T, the F, L, and V are capital, where I talk about Star Trek and basically retweet others others' tweets as I see fit. I also can talk about movies as well, so you can hit me up on that as well.
And Zach, where could people find you when you're not making gnocchi with your cousin?
You can find me on Twitter at MooreOnZach. That's MooreOnCach. I'm also the host of my own podcast, Always Told in the Smallville. We talk about each and every episode of that Young Superman show. Over there on Twitter, you can find us at Always Smallville with 1 S. And finally, I'm a host of Standard Orbit, Trek FM's original series podcast. We talk about all the old and new adventures of Captain Kirk and the Enterprise. And you can find us on Twitter at Trek FM. So, Brandon, when you are getting stabbed to death by your glasses, where can people find you?
I just want to point out that gnocchi is code for making love.
In Canada.
So, Brandon, when you're not getting stabbed to death by your glasses, where can people find you?
You can find me on you can find me on Twitter at Brandon Matella. You can find me on Trek FM with Melodic Treks, which is all about the music of Star Trek, and you can find me on Warp 5, which is all about Star Trek Enterprise with my friend Patrick Devlin. And every once in a while I poke my head up on the Cinematic Sound Radio Network with a show called Breaking the Waves, which is all about electronic film scores. And last but not least, you can find me over on the Fandom Podcast Network, as well as in our own independent feed with my friends Chris and Tom doing a show called Good Evening, an Alfred Hitchcock podcast. Well, that's all we've got for you today. We'd like to thank very much our associate producers here on the show. I think we've missed them the last couple times. We have our good friends Ken Tripp and Tony Robinson, who are executive producers here on the network, United Federation of Podcasts. You can find the network at UFP Earth on Twitter. You can email us contact@ufp.earth. And you can send us, if you guys want to send us an MP3, it's going to be too late by the time you hear this to send it in for any feedback on the Godfather series. But our next series of films that we will be covering is the Toy Story series. So for our recap episodes that we do, we would love to get some MP3s from you. So send an MP3 with your thoughts on the franchises, and we'll edit them into the podcast. We would love to hear from you guys as well. Please just email an MP3 to contact@ufp.earth. That'd be the best way to get a hold of us. But I guess that's all we got for you this time. So again, next time we've got our recap followed by Toy Story 1. Until then, Mamma Mia!
Bada bing.
This has been a production of MTMR Media Works.